2K Sports pregame show.
We have started the big countdown, and the hour is almost here. But before we celebrate at midnight, we welcome you to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is very exciting.
Yes.
Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies as they'll be playing against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Well, Coach Dave Yeager on the bench for the Grizzlies, as always. He's a coach who completely embodies the roster and franchise that he works for. Kenny, what can you say about Yeager's approach and how he handles his team?
He's not a guy that's going to be flapping his arms around. He's very quiet, hardworking, probably overlooked on how good a coach he is because his demeanor is so calm. But he's got a very practical approach. You know, everything he does. He's not flashy, but he's very effective, guys.
He embraces analytics, and he wants things to be backed up with facts when he's making his decisions.
Do you embrace analytics as well, Dr. O'Neal?
No, I do not.
Why not?
No such thing.
What do you mean?
No such thing.
Sure there is.
It's not.
There's advanced stats, analytics.
What did you look at? What did you look at?
Smets.
What did you look at?
I looked at you in your eye.
And said if you could play, you could play.
I look at you in your eye and determine if you were going to be barbecue chicken, fried chicken, or souffled salmon.
When you look at me in my eye, what do you see?
Lasagna.
You guys are making me hungry again.
Let's go to Kevin
You look
Harlan.
Italian today, Ernie.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. We're live at the FedEx Forum here in downtown Memphis, Tennessee, as the Grizzlies try to defend their home court. Well, they didn't have the success they hoped for in the recent road trip, but now is the time to regroup for a win with the help of their tremendous fans.
It's always fun to be at home, Kevin. Home sweet home is what I like to call it, but you know what? They've got a tough visitor in the house tonight, and just because they're at home doesn't mean a win is going to automatically show up on the scoreboard. They've got their work cut out for them against this opponent here.
Yeah, and you know what? This wouldn't necessarily have been the first opponent you'd like to kick off a homestand, so you've got that to contend with, especially with the way they've been playing here of late. This is going to be a challenge.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Ramos in a 2-guard. Booker out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Dave Yeager. He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
Thanks, Doris. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And a couple guys got hot early, and then it became contagious. You could see that everybody kind of pitched in when it came to shooting.
Exactly right, Greg. I mean, normally there's a hot shooter. The defense can kind of lock into that guy and then let somebody else get some shots, but that wasn't even an option in that game because everybody was on fire.
Now here's Rondo, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. 5 on the clock. And here's Gay outside. Ike Conley with the rebound. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Poked loose. And now the Kings, fast break. Cousins with the ball. Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to check on another.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
The Kings shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
The Grizzlies off to a slow start. still without a basket in the game. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebounding or the lack thereof. A lot of one and done in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart, the willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
Here's Rondo following the basket by Doug McDermott. And it's Rondo penetrating. Here's Ramos. Here's Cousins. McGee with the block. Now here's Conley. He's covered by Ramos. Conley kicks to McDermott. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to look at some of the players that are contributing in areas you might not expect. The top rebounding shooting guards of the past month. Freak, third.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a 2-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instinct to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
Here's Conley following the basket by Freak. Boozer passes to Goodwin. Back to Boozer. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
Free throw drops for Boozer. Logan's checked in for Archie Goodwin. Darren Collison is checked in for Sacramento. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And now the Kings fast break. And Freak throws it down.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Boozer takes the 12-footer and hits. Collison with it. Now the pass to Ramos. Hits the 3-point foul. Freak's got 11 points.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Down low, here's Boozer. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Sacramento leading by 7. Collison dishes to Freak. Here's Booker. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. Over the last month, let's take a look at the Grizzlies and how they stacked up in the league statistically. 5th in second chance points, 7th in fast break points.
To their second chance points, very productive in that regard. I love to watch them work. They have that 6th sense, if you will, for sneaking inside and anticipating the path of the ball.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Brandon Wright's checked in for JaVale McGee. Johnson comes in for Carlos Boozer. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Mike Conley. Now here is Jack. His last outing, he had 8 points. Memphis moving that ball around. Roten kicks to Johnson. No luck. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight. Some fantastic numbers here for Freak. He's already got 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Free throw good, Freak. And both free throws good from Freak. Here's Roten. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Outside Jack takes the three. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A nice shot by Collison.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now here is Jack. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Roten, the pass to McDermott. Drops in the tray. McDermott's got his second basket of the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Collison. Ramos. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. And that's 15 points for Freak. Now here's Roten. Tight defense on him. From deep. And that's not going to go. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Kings lead by 12. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best. We taking over. Listen.
And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steal, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
On that team, they just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And for the Kings here, they've been really putting on a show, guys.
I just like the way they're getting out on the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Ramos, he's in at shooting guard. Cauley Stein is out there with Rudy Gay. And there's Collison, and it's Cousins in at the pivot spot manning the middle. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors had a huge game. He ended with 47 points and was just efficient on the offensive end, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try his own luck. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Now here's Wright, following the shot by Rudy Gay. 4 on the clock. Wright dishes to McGee.
sunset, sitting on D, feeling like Pac, all eyes on me. Fresh bandana and I'm.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Memphis. Booker, he's checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for Darren Collison. No good on the second free throw.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Sacramento, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Family, I'ma give him some. Spent that conda. He didn't run. Sunday had a whole church singing a song. Why they had to send
Free throw good, Freak.
with some that paper long. Been a G in the game, now my son on the throne. I am the beast. Feed me rappers and feed me beats. I'm untamed. I need a leash. I'm insane. I need a shrink. I love. I need a leech. Why complain on easy streets?
And both free throws good from Freak. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter.
I have more juice than your jeweler. Touching, I will your medulla. It is not a tumor. Red light, stop your rumors. I stay on track like a box of Pumas. I just rock with Junior. I am the little big. Cause we take it. Let's get live for your Grease Girls.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach during that last timeout. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Conley against Rondo. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Sacramento leading by 13. Here's Ramos, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. The Grizzlies shooting about 42% so far. Boozer a screen on Rondo. Now Conley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Freak with it, and it's Johnson picking him up.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Outside Conley, McGee is screened, and it's Conley penetrating. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
It's about rhythm, Clark. They're up above 50% now for the game, and you'll take that on any night. And defensively, there's still some work, though. They're going to have to shore up.
And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. Freak, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
The Kings making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Kings ahead. They lead by 18. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
All right, Memphis, you got your Grease Girls on the court. Get
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. We are firing on all cylinders. I couldn't be happier. Defense, offense, you name it. We've done it. Tremendous performance from all of you. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get loud for your...
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
The Grizzlies trail by 18, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Boozer is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Goodwin, then it's McDermott, and it's Conley in at the point. McGee's shot is off.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Nobody near Gay. Buries the long-range jumper. Gay's got the first points in the second half up on the board for the Kings. Now here is Conley to the inside. Here's Boozer. Nice move. And the layup is good. Boozer's got 7.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
There's the pick. And they double up Rondo. Here's Ramos. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got assist number 5 here tonight. And for Memphis, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Goodwin kicks to Boozer. Dishes it to McDermott. And the 3-ball is good. He's got 8.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Rondo against Conley. Rondo is doubled. And a wide open look for Freak. Another 3 for Sacramento.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now, here's Goodwin. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Conley, the pass to Boozer. Clock at 4. And it's Memphis with another.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Sacramento leading by 19. Kicks it to Freak. Booker dishes to Gay. Plays it up and banks it in. Gay's got 5 now.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Conley kicks to Boozer. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Conley's shot is off. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. It's tipped. Stolen by Conley. Pass to McGee. Baseline jumper. And that one comes up a bit short.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And that one's good. Freak's got 26 points.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Well,
Well, here we can get a look at Memphis and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. 5th in opponent field goal percentage, 6th in blocks. They also rank right there in the top 10 in fast break points. I mean, this is a really good transition team. They love to operate in the open court.
And you look at their defense, they limit their opponents into that anemic shooting percentage because of their terrific teamwork. These guys stay on a string and really provide that help to one another when they're out there.
Here is Conley following the basket by Freak. From 15 feet away, that missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Gay right side. Inside, here's Ramos. Good work defensively by Conley.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Now, here's Goodwin. He's covered by Collison. Goodwin, good.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Kings leading now by 21. Here's Collison. The feed to Freak. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. 28 points for Freak.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Outside Conley. Now here's Goodwin, guarded by Ramos. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Floats one up. Rebound by the Kings.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That's good.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Grizzlies have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Right with a screen on Collison. And it's Conley penetrating and counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. James Johnson's checked in for Boozer. Tony Roten comes in for Goodwin. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Doug McDermott. Nicholson's checked in for Sacramento. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. Sacramento with the ball. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Collison, the pass to Ramos. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Grizzlies have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Wright sets a screen. Outside Jack. From 15 feet away, Nicholson grabs the board. Sacramento's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And Caspi kicks to Nicholson. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Now, here's Roten. Not a lot of room. Lets it go from 11. That's good. Roten's got 5. Ramos. Can't connect. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Sacramento just dominating this one. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Teams will make substitutions. So it's the Grizzlies now. On the court for Sacramento. Ramos in at shooting guard. Rudy Gay is out there with Booker. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. Now here's Johnson. It's deflected. 6 on the shot clock. Goodwin with it. Out defended by Freak. Booker pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim record.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. That's good.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Rondo against Jack. Pass to McGee. Johnson outside. McGee a screen. Right side. From about 19 feet. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Kings have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Here's Ramos. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. A little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Kings.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now here is Jack. Right sets a screen. Jack against Rondo. And Jack, here we go. Boozer. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
It's been a nice game for Boozer. 9 points and also an assist.
That free throw, no good. Grizzlies making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And then for Sacramento, Caspi comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo.
Well, Prophet, it seems like you're in a bit of a jam. I hope you can unstick yourself.
Good on the second free throw.
And what you did to my wife, it was nothing.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And here's Collison over to the left wing. Murray kicks to Freak. Goodwin with the steal. Outside Conley. The dish to Johnson. Sacramento grabs the miss. Caspi's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Conley. 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. Count that one.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Sacramento.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron. Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
And here is Goodwin following the three-pointer by Freak, and that is good.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sacramento moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their turn.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Noi siamo la luce insieme, il male che produce il bene. La notte abbassa lo sguardo che guardarci non gli conviene. Siamo il bianco